It's fun time.
Hey, what's up, boys? Got a question on the Snapchat today from Alex. He says, I'm already subscribed. Smiley face. Thank you, Alex. What is a good speed for a 12-year-old, 13-year-old, 14-year-old, 15-year-old if they want to be on pace to play in college or in the pros? I am 14 and can throw about 65 miles an hour. Also, what is the minimum speed for an MLB player if they are accurate? Great question. I made a video a few years ago. I think it's called Average Pitching Speed for 8 to 18-year-olds, and it is one of my most popular videos. It's got hundreds of thousands of views. I'll leave a link below where you can go watch that video. But what I did was, to get that data, was every guy who came into my training facility on the first day, I would get their pitching velocity, and I write that down. So I've had hundreds of players come in, and I would write down their pitching velocity. Now, keep in mind when you watch that video that it's only a couple hundred players, and they're all from Florida. But since then, I've become a USSSA All-American Game Scout. Now I travel the country and scout players from 9 to 14 years old, and at one single showcase, I'll get to see a couple hundred players. So there's a lot more guys that I have seen over the years. So now I have a better idea of not only how fast pitchers of that age should be, but also throughout the country. The guys that I were doing before was just in Florida. Now this is for all of the United States, the All-American Games, right? So now I have a better idea. And some of these guys are the best in the country, all right? So what I'm gonna give you right now is a little bit of an updated version of that video and kind of give you the like a range. I'm not gonna tell you, this is not what you need to pitch to make the USSSA All-American Games, no. It's just a range of something to shoot for, okay? So an idea kind of where you need to be if you want to be in a good spot, okay? So these numbers don't really mean anything. It's just kind of to give you an idea, okay? So for 9 years old, we're going to say between 50 and 55. 10 years old, 55 to 60. 11 years old, 60 to 65. 12 years old, 65 to 70. 13 years old, 70 to 75. 14 years old, 75 to 80. Again, these are not the numbers that you need to get to make the teams, but this is a good place to shoot for and kind of gives you a good idea whether if you're way below or if you're above that, then you're in a good spot, okay? So kind of just a little bit of a scale for you to shoot for, if you will, or kind of give you an idea where you're at, right? Now, with that being said, guys are throwing faster than that. In fact, I think we had an 11-year-old throwing 74 miles an hour, to give you an idea. So like 11, I think the range I gave you was 60 to 65. There was a dude throwing 74 at 11 years old, right? So with that being said, being in that range is not the best of the best, okay? There's dudes out there throwing gas, all right? I think we had, you said you were 14 years old. I think our best 14 was 83 miles an hour maybe. 13 too. We had a 13-year-old throwing 83 there as well. So just to give you an idea, I think you said you were 65 miles an hour. So you're definitely on that lower end. But that doesn't mean that you can't improve, right? Everyone can improve. In fact, these numbers really don't mean anything, especially from a going to college or a professional standpoint, because so much can happen from age 14 until college. 14 to 18, or even pro baseball after that, right? There's so much time, and guys are growing during that period. We'll see guys who are younger in their career, who are at the lower end of the pitching velocity spectrum, right? And then they grow later on, and then they're at the higher end, right? When we scout them. So it's all different. It doesn't mean that these guys who are throwing super fast are definitely going to make it to the MLB. It doesn't mean anything, okay? There's so much time in between. But again, these numbers give you a good idea of where you're at, and if you need to really focus and improve or make a decision on, what you're trying to accomplish. So I hope that makes sense. I hope that answers your question. I think you had another question about what is the minimum speed for MLB. There is no number to get drafted or whatever. Obviously, if you're a 90-mile-an-hour pitcher, they're going to take and you're going against a 95-mile-an-hour pitcher, and you guys have the same pitches and movement and are able to get batters out. Obviously, they're going to go with the 95-mile-an-hour pitcher. So no matter what, you're always trying to be the best that you can be, whether it be pitching velocity, pitching movement, or pitching location. You're always trying to get better at what you're doing. Okay? So again, 65 at 14, not the end of the world. You still got time. You still got 4 years. If you put in the work, you can make it happen. All right? I hope that answers your question. Leave me a comment below. Let me know how old you are and how fast you pitch right now. Okay? And then we'll see how you guys compare to the scales that I just gave you. If you guys are interested in trying out for the USSSA All-American Games, I'll leave a link below where you can get more information about that. That's for players 9 to 14 years old, and then you'll be evaluated against some of the best players in the country. So might be a good way for you to see where you stand. And if you make the team, you come out here and you can represent your region here in Florida. It's a great week, very fun, and again, you have that accolade of being an All-American. So very great program there. I'll leave that link below. You can click it and find out more information. Don't forget to subscribe. Leave me a comment below. Like I said, let me know how old you are and how fast you pitch. And if you have a question, hit me on Snapchat, John Madden 1882, or on Instagram at YouGoProBaseball.